Quality is relatively terrible. It's because it's pretty late where I'm at, so apologies ahead of time. But it's been a while since we've had any Destiny footage from myself or anyone recently in general on this channel. So I figured, well, here we are. We got some news and whatnot coming to Destiny here in the next week, so... And forgive any background noise you may hear that's loud, obnoxious. It may or may not be my dryer working overtime trying to, do some laundry. Anyways, real life problems. Alright, so on the agenda is, let's start this way. First things first is our pinnacle weapons that came with Tuesday's update. Today being Wednesday. It's been a day. I haven't started any of it whatsoever, so this guy right here, it's complete the Vanguard bounties to earn the reprised Nightshade Pulse Rifle. So what that is exactly, I'm not 100% sure. I haven't figured that part out yet. I haven't even done any research into any of it. All I know is it must be something special with the Nightshade, considering it's a year 1 rework. And then we have the loaded question, which is for nightfall activity, strikes, everything like that. So it looks like arc kills, 40 strikes or nightfalls, and 500 fusion rifle kills. So nothing too terrible on that one. Everything here is going to be a bit of a grind, but the loaded question is a fusion rifle, and from what I've heard, it's pretty good. And then we have First of Many, which I haven't even touched a Crucible match at all, so I'm not exactly sure what this is yet. And Before the Storm is the Gambit one, and it's called the Breakneck Auto Rifle. Considering the name's actually fitting, considering the current playstyle of most Gambit players, it's doing the 40 matches is literally going to make you want to break somebody's neck, if not your own. So the pinnacle weapons are kind of a cool thing. It's relatively new. I just realized I didn't cash that in yesterday. Let's cash it in now. Alright. But it's kind of an interesting thing. It's brand new. No one really... Well, I'm sure some people already know. It's been a day. I'm sure someone has all three by now. But I have no idea what any of this stuff is, or is capable of, or is about. I don't know anything. All I know is it's pretty exciting considering that it's a brand new activity. So there's that. The next thing is the Armory coming up soon. The Black Armory DLC. We are getting a power level cap boost up to 650. So that's kind of interesting that they only wanted to go 50 with it. I'm perfectly okay with it though. I'm actually more than okay with it. Forgive me while I sit here and upgrade some things. Considering I already feel ridiculously powerful, if I do throw on all my actual good gear, I'm sitting at a 600 right now. I'm kind of playing with some random things. Let's see. This is actually going to be... why have I not enhanced this up to 600 prior to now? There we go. But anyways, like I was saying, like the Black Armory is going to be kind of an interesting thing there. We're looking... I don't want to get rid of any of those. We're looking at a brand new DLC. Not 100% sure what's going on with it. We do know for a fact that we're getting a new raid layer on December 7th. So this DLC goes live on the 4th and turns around and the raid layer is released 3 days later. So that's going to be a push to the finish to get that world's first clear. I know myself and my clan, we're not going to be taking part in that as much as I would love to be a world's first clear. My current clan and this YouTube channel, we're kind of bouncing all over the place consistently. None of us have a constant... all 6 of us are on, so I mean just raiding in general is an act of patience. So there's the update on that. But that's still going to be something to kind of look forward to. A brand new raid layer. We're not 100% sure what's going on with it or anything like that. So that's some pretty exciting news, at least for me. What the raid layer is going to consist of, God only knows. I'm hoping, and I can't stress hoping enough, but I'm hoping that it's actually going to be something that's going to be pretty exciting and memorable, to say the least. What else is happening here soon? I know there's more, but off the top of my head, I am failing to think of any. And there we are at 600 now that I've upgraded just a couple of things that really didn't need upgrading, but I just like them too much. This does actually need upgrading though. Alright, so now we're taking care of that way, so let's go kill some things. I do want to, however, while I'm here, apologize for the lack of content. It's not that we decided, hey, we're not going to do YouTube anymore or anything like that. It's we've all gone through between new games that we're playing and testing out and stuff like that, and not really wanting to do any footage of or anything like that because we're still unsure on how the game works in general, and real life problems as well. All of these are a factor right now. With that being said, now everything's starting to finally calm down a little bit, at least on the other game aspects of it, allowing me specifically, to focus more on Destiny 2. Unfortunately, for some of my other members of this YouTube channel, they are currently focused on other things, which turns me into virtually a solo player at the current moment in time. Every now and then one of them is online and I can get a fire team, we can go do some strikes or have some fun in the Crucible, but for the most part, any footage from me in the next, I'm assuming 2-3 weeks, is going to be solo play. And it's not of any fault, I'm not upset with any of my partners in this or anything like that. It's just everyone has their own choices that they decide to make, and you know what, they have my full support on it. Diversity is fantastic. That's how life is. Everyone is diverse in some way, shape, or form or the other. So I'm never gonna be mad at any of my partners for trying to stretch out and do some extra things and do something different. You know, who knows, maybe they might find something they like more, and I'm more than okay with that. If anything, that's what I want for them. That being said, I am trying to currently get in the works of getting a raid with a twist on it done between, probably it's going to be something probably pretty easy considering I'm going to do something remotely challenging. So we're probably going to do just a little Argos raid, and I don't have an ETA or a date on that. As the time for it nears, you know, a little bit closer, I will do another video and update you guys on that. But that's going to be kind of a little twist and whatnot, and we'll cover that a little bit more. And then, let's see, there's that raid. I do want to do another one similar to that. It's a little bit of a twist, but 100% different of a twist as well, and that'll be on the Leviathan. Just some comic value, because let's face it, we all like to watch the funny things. Yeah, watching people get serious and get some awesome clears and some awesome plays in general is fantastic and all, but let's face it, we're really here for the humor, and I'm more than okay with that. Holy crap, that actually worked. And like always, as you can see, I might as well be streaming considering, but I don't like what it does to my screen, because you guys are always going to be getting, at least from me, the full upfront, hey, this is the content, this is what's happening real time. I'm not gonna make a script and do a video, mainly because I don't have the software for it, and that's okay. Eventually I'll get some editing software, which is also why some of our videos come up kind of weird. It's because none of us have any of the editing software or anything like that, nor do we, for the most part, to my understanding, have any of the know-how either. I can tell you right now, I don't know anything about video editing. I probably know the least out of the entire group of people. I am just here because I get away with some dumb things when it comes to gaming. Like, I'm not even that great, I just get away with some dumb shit. And that's okay. And my RNG for the most part is pretty good. However, it has been slacking, which brings up another point. To anyone who has been playing Destiny and has been feeling a little irritated about not getting any of the exotics, trust me, I'm right there with you. My thing, however, is why get so mad about it that you threaten to quit the game? And I've seen this on countless different Destiny forums and discussions and stuff like that. So many people are this upset about not getting their exotics that they are threatening to quit the game. Honestly, I don't have a nice way of saying this, but you know what? I would much rather you guys quit Destiny. It is plain to see that either A, you didn't play Destiny 1, so you aren't familiar with the grind, or B, throughout Destiny 2 for the most part up until recently, we've had all of this stuff pretty much handed to us, from Xur's Fated engrams to the drop rate of it in quest rewards for just base story missions and stuff like that. You know, we've had it pretty much handed to us on a silver platter. So what comes to mind is literally people whining and crying over things that they asked for the most part, and that's coming from anywhere from new players to our veteran players even. You know, it's, you can't ask for something and then when it's delivered turn around and complain because it's not exactly how you wanted it. They're a business, they're not going to be able to please everybody. So if you are in that boat of players, honestly, I hate to say it, but I would much rather you guys find a different game that you enjoy playing, or just find people to play with. I can tell you right now, I haven't gotten a new exotic in, it's been a while. The last exotic I got was the 6th coyote, and that was, I don't know, a month and a half ago or so. So, like, it's not just you guys, I can promise you that right now. Now, some of my clanmates, it seems like I just have the worst luck when partnering up with any of them, because every single time I've partnered up with any of them recently, they have gotten exotics. Whether it's repeat or new, doesn't matter, they've gotten exotics. And here I am sitting here a month and a half in, and no exotics recently. So, trust me, the frustration's there, but it just reminds me of what Destiny 1 was like. The grind was real. You had to work for your guns. And that is more than okay with me. That's more than acceptable. People just need to get back into that realization of, you know what, this game does require you to put in the effort, and RNG is both a great thing and a bad thing. There's ups and downs to it. If it was not RNG at all, then everyone would have everything, and then the challenge, the chase, everything that we all love about RPGs is gone. It's gone. There is no enjoyment in it anymore. So with that being said, that's my 2 cents on people complaining about the exotic drops. You're not the only ones. I get frustrated with it too, believe me. I've been chasing Trinity Ghoul since release, and I haven't seen one at all for me drop, but yet most of my clanmates have one. The only thing I have on most of my clanmates is I have the Wish Ender. And that's because 3 of us, myself included obviously, went through and grinded out that hell of a dungeon that is actually substantially easier now that we figured out how it works and everything like that. But we went and grinded it out, and we busted our ass for it. It wasn't easy, regardless. Like, it's not necessarily still an easy one, but it does have some challenges. But once you figure it out, it's more than doable. It doesn't take an expert to actually, you know, get it. It just takes patience and some know-how, and you guys will be able to get it too. That's literally, I think, the only thing I have on any of my clanmates other than armor, because I was the first one to get Shards of Galanor out of them, and then I got my Wizen Vest and the 6th Coyote. That is my Forsaken exotic lineup. I have the quest ones, got Black Talon, and then the armor pieces. That's about it. I don't have any of the random drops other than Black Talon for quest weapon, or for exotic weapons from Forsaken. It's not just you guys. You just gotta make do with what you got, and honestly just keep grinding away if you really want it. I mean, that's why I'm here in the Tangled Shore, is picking up the Spider Bounty, because I know it has a higher drop rate for exotics, at least from my experience personally. It seems to have a higher drop rate for the Forsaken exotics once you complete the weekly powerful Spider Bounty. And next on my list after this bounty is going to be the heroic adventures, yes. That, and this week it's on Titan. So, like, it's about getting into the grind. Have at it, have fun with it. I mean, I have fun with this game playing solo. Yes, I enjoy playing with the fire team, but it is just as enjoyable for me, if not more, just because of the base challenge that you get for me to play this game solo. So, boiling down to the point of it's literally part of the game. We asked for it as a community to make exotics harder to get, that way everybody didn't have all the exotics, and they weren't exotic because of that. So they weren't special, they weren't unique, no one really had to worry about it. Everybody had everything, so now that there's a chase, people are getting mad because of said chase. Well, sorry not sorry, but get over it. We asked for this. Now we have to shut up and accept it as how it is. And that's all there really is to it. I did notice another thing. One of the exotics coming soon is called Anarchy. So this, I equated it to Telesto and any choice of grenade launcher, really. I mean, if you want to be a smartass, you can go with Edge Transit, but I don't think any of us want to cross that line right now. But that's about where we're sitting at. Is you take those two and you mix it together and you get Anarchy. It literally shoots out arc bolts. Well, not bolts, I guess that's a bad term, but like arc landmines, I guess? And they link together. So if you get to a strong enemy, I don't know, like a boss, right? And you shoot 4 in a square around him, they all chain to each other, which means, if you can't kind of figure out what chaining it means, is it's gonna do damage across all 4 of those landmines that you set out. So it has the potential to be very nasty, especially for those players who are really, really good at, like, Crucible, for instance. If they are really good with predicting movements from other Guardians, that is going to be a crazy good exotic to have. Another thing that I was really excited for personally was the new bow that they're coming out with. I don't remember the name of it off the top of my head, and I don't have the ability to look it up without looking it up on my phone, and then, yeah, no, not gonna happen. Not during the recording. But this bow is essentially thorn with arrows, so if you shoot and hit someone, it's going to do damage over time, which is already kind of thorn-like, right? Well, here's the kicker. If you get a precision shot with it, a dark cloud of void energy explodes and covers over all of the enemies nearby, dealing out damage over time to all enemies caught in the cloud. So that's really the perk that's interesting to think about. Like, how much damage is it going to do over time? Is it going to be something small and minuscule to kind of keep everything balanced? Is it going to be something like crazy astronomical, kind of like any pre-Forsaken player's Warmind status, Prometheus Lens laser tag? Is it going to be something like that? Who knows? I'm hoping for it to be kind of dialed down a little bit to keep it balanced. As much as I do love broken ass guns and weapons, I don't want it to be that broken because it's just gonna, I don't like getting something that's super overpowered followed by getting nerfed, because I love using an overpowered weapon, and turning around and see it get nerfed, it can get a little frustrating. Speaking of nerfing guns, Escalation Protocol shotgun got a little bit of a nerf there, and some people will probably disagree with me when I say it's a little bit of a nerf. A lot of people are mad because Trench Barrel got nerfed down to it goes away after 3 shots now. When you stop and think about it on a grand scale though, that gun was extremely overpowered for a extended period of time. It was going too long without a nerf. Do I think that Trench Barrel nerf was the way to go about it? Not necessarily. I think the damage output of it personally was a little bit ridiculous. Personal opinion there. But it goes away after 3 shots. Okay, it's still not bad. Especially, if, I've tested it out myself. It still does tremendous damage to people. And to enemies. It does tremendous damage. And that's not even going to be a heroic event because these people don't know what they're doing. So, okay, that's cool. But I was all prepared for that. Anyways, it's really not that bad. Like, now, oh no, you have to play with a new weapon. Oh darn. You're gonna use more than one specific loadout for like everything in the game. Okay, cool. I use a different loadout every day. I haven't used the Malfeasance in forever, aside from just these last 2 days. Other than that, I've been running like a better Devils, just because I love that hand cannon, and that's an old hand cannon for any of you who started playing way late into the game. It is an old hand cannon. It's from year 1. I still have my year 1 one without the random rolls. Explosive payload was something fantastic to be reckoned with, so I kept it. And some people are really upset over the escalation protocol. Well, try using different weapons for a change. Like, it's not a foreign concept. That's why we have as many guns as we have. Oh, well, none of the guns are good enough. Some people say, okay, they're good enough. It's... Oh, no, you can't one phase a raid boss. Oh, shucks. Whatever shall you do other than actually, I don't know, do the raid itself? Yes, if you can pump out the DPS to... And for those people who don't game that are tuning into the channel anyways just because they like hearing me talk, if they don't know what DPS is, it's damage per second. So that's the amount of damage per second you can dish out, and it's your kill time. So if you can push out enough DPS to kill the boss, by all means. If you can kill him in one phase, by all means, more power to you. The escalation protocol shotgun, it helped tremendously because all 6 of you could group up, all punch the boss, and then just melt the living hell out of it. Okay, well, the fun left. It's fun the first time. Okay, cool. But it's not fun anymore. After that, and some people will disagree. For me, the fun was gone after, blasting the living hell out of the boss for that first time. Well, okay, well, fun's gone. Why am I doing this now? Why am I doing this same process over and over again? There's not a good answer. Period. End of story. There was not a good answer to why I would still do it. It was just not fun for me anymore. And when something's not fun for me anymore, game-wise, why in the hell am I even bothering doing it? It just doesn't make any sense to me on why people are as angry about it as they are. Yes, it was a good gun. Will it be missed? Maybe. Not by me. I still enjoy it. I still use it, even with it being quote-unquote nerfed. It is still really good. So, there's that. That's actually quite the rant there. Okay. I didn't mean to go on about it that much. There are people who cry about things really... They get under my skin. This game was never meant to be extremely easy for everybody to do. It's literally not what it's been. It's not how it was designed. It was supposed to be challenging for everyone. And yes, they had the occasional broken ass gun, i.e. escalation protocol shotgun. So that's a thing there. For the longest time we had an issue with the sleeper simulant. Okay, cool. So they took away some of the aim assist. To me, it didn't really matter. I never got really... Yeah, it was frustrating every now and then, but I would never rage over getting killed by a gun. Yes, the aim assist was ridiculous. Now, at least, if you kill me with the sleeper simulant in Gambit, you actually had to aim in my general direction instead of just pointing and shooting. So, congrats. Now you have to actually aim at me. And that's okay. It's part of the game. You don't like the gun? Well, don't get mad when you get killed by it. You don't have the gun, and you want to get it? Go and get the damn thing. Sleeper simulant is not hard to get. There's thousands of different videos and walkthroughs on YouTube that you can look. The quest objectives are pretty clear cut on what you have to do in order to get the sleeper simulant. It is a good gun overall. So there's that. And now, thankfully, people have died off from complaining about that because of the release of the Thunderlord, which, by the way, I owe everyone who is watching an apology for my update video that I had made, I don't know, a month ago, saying, hey, we're going to be covering this Festival of the Lost event, and we're going to do the murder mystery. Well, in my opinion, that just was not what we were, not necessarily promised, it's not what we were expecting. And to me, anything like I was expecting, nor was it anything I could really work with from a murder mystery thing. I was all excited about a murder mystery. It was way too clean cut. The cool thing was, and the only thing I regret about it, is I didn't get the footage of us inside the Cosmodrome. That is one thing I can honestly say is probably my only regret about that specific section of this game, was in the Festival of the Lost, not getting the footage of us going back to the Cosmodrome. Anyone who played Destiny 1 who's watching totally understands why that was a big deal. We went back home. And then it was for a very short period of time, long enough to avenge Ives, who I'm actually kind of upset that we were avenging him, but that's a personal vendetta. Here's an exotic engram, gives me a mode of light. Sorry, not sorry, he made me mad. I was kind of happy that he kind of met a terrible, terrible end at the hands of one of the Fallen. I'm totally okay with it. But I wanted the Thunderlord, which was the quest reward for it. Was his last engram was the Thunderlord. And that's what people are complaining about nowadays, is the Thunderlord, because its time to kill, its DPS is absolutely disgusting and astonishing, and its exotic perk is arguably broken as all hell. And that's okay, because still, I don't get killed by that gun very much. Mainly because it's a heavy and it's a machine gun, which means that the recoil pattern is unpredictable at best. So, virtually, people will look for anything to complain about. Especially when it comes to Destiny. This game is the game that everybody loves to hate, just because of the clickbait that you can get. Like, if I wanted clickbait on this video, which, by the way, I don't. If you guys are watching, excellent. If not, it's not going to affect my day. I have a day job as well as this. I can tell you right now, with the subscriber count that we have, plus the viewing hours that we have, I ain't making a dime off of YouTube. I'm literally doing this as a hobby. That's how everything here is going, and that's perfectly okay with me. That's how I like it. It's a hobby for me. I don't want it to become work. If eventually we get big enough to start making money, okay, cool, I will change my tone, but as of right now, I'm not making money off of it, so why should I throw a fit? The answer is I shouldn't. That is the correct answer, is there is no logical reason for me to throw a fit. I don't understand how this one works. I ran out of malfeasance ammo. Oh boy. Where's my other crystal? There it is. Still not broken? There we go, now you're broken. Ha, now I can shoot you. Oh no, I missed. Oh, that hurt. Okay, cool. Yeah, the Thunderlord, it's really good, don't get me wrong. Is it worth getting mad about, oh, nerf it, nerf it, nerf it? No, absolutely not. There's no reason for people to nerf the gun in this current meta, if we want to even call it that. I don't even like using that word meta, because it makes it seem like there's a specific loadout you have to be running or you're not gonna be able to keep up, and that is totally not true. I have a clanmate that literally runs around with like the worst ever loadout you could even think of imaginable. And that's what he runs with. That's what he enjoys playing with, is the goof off guns. Like, some people I've noticed do it, but like for instance with the Fighting Lion, that gun is a total joke weapon. Not because it's not good, but people use it as a joke in Crucible because it wasn't, I don't want to say it was even designed to be great. It's mediocre at best. Arguably terrible. And he uses it just fine, and he always goes positive using the Fighting Lion. He has literally gone through an entire competitive Crucible match using just the Fighting Lion and came out on top with a really good KD for that. And that is something that people just don't understand. Well, it's taking time to get good with weapons that you enjoy playing with. That's what it comes down to. People complained about the Wish Ender. Hell, I complained about the Wish Ender because it wasn't what it was previewed to be. You know, a guardian slaying fucking beast of a bow. That's not what it was. And that's okay, because I've turned around and I've found a use for it. Am I going to tell you guys my use for it? No, absolutely not. Just in case I end up matching up with you guys. Absolutely not. I'd rather leave it for, I don't know, mystery there, and wait until you guys get tagged by it and find out what I use it for. And that's totally fine. That's part of the mystery behind it. I'm sure other people have already been using this strategy. I didn't look it up or anything like that. I found it out on my own on what I enjoyed doing with it. And it came around to being that. And I was like, okay, cool. That's what I enjoy. This is what I'm going to do now. And it's been working out fantastically. So with that being said, I'm not going to say there's no such thing as a meta, because there is. Do I like it? No. Do I like to even admit it? Absolutely not. But hey, it is what it is. We can't escape it. There's no gun in this game that you cannot become good with, and that's what people need to start accepting. Is you can get good with any of the guns that are in this game. Is it easy? No. Does it take patience? Abso-freaking-lutely. But the point alone stands. You guys can be good with any weapon in this game. So just don't let it push you away from it. Anyways, I did not get anything I was hoping for there, so onwards to Titan. And this is how my days usually go here, is I don't get my RNG to work for me very much. But that's okay, because it really, deep down, does not bug me. I still enjoy playing the game, but I've covered that already. I don't want to get back into that, or else I'm going to go on another rant about people complaining about everything. See, there it was already. But no, I will definitely be trying to get more content for you guys out here, even if it's me rambling about random things like I am right now. That's literally what I've been doing, is rambling, touching on a few key things that have just been poking at me for the longest time, bringing to news some of the DLC information that, in case anyone wants to know, there's spoilers that I know that most of the community probably knows by now. Am I going to cover it in my video? Absolutely freaking not. No. Absolutely not. Because if I start talking about it, I'm going to get angry. And I don't want to get angry right now. It is 1 o'clock in the morning where I'm at. It's not a time to be angry right now. It is a time to relax and enjoy the Destiny game. But I am going to conclude the video right there for right now, guys. I'm going to try to do back to 1 week video, or video every week and stuff like that for you guys. At least once a week, if not more. It depends on what we're doing for the day, if we're doing anything special or not. But hopefully I get some more gear. Hopefully I get some more loot. That's what being a hunter's all about. I personally identify with hunters on a personal level all too much. I enjoy getting things. I literally picked up a $3,000 vacuum today because I got a hell of a deal on it. Did I need it? No. Did I really want it? Yeah. So I went for it, and here we go. That's the total hunter thing. I know someone who's made the biggest hunter move ever and kept Sigur's shell and literally did not complete Warmind DLC or not Warmind, sorry, Curse of Osiris for the longest time, just so they didn't have to give Sigur it back. If that's not a hunter, I don't know what is. But anyways, with that little tidbit of information, I'm going to cut it there, guys. So, once again, this has been Sean with the Beard Naked Gaming. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Chances are you'll hear a lot more ranting and raving videos from myself and some of the others, as well as some interesting upcoming events such as those raids I mentioned earlier. So, if you're not subscribed already, I highly recommend you do so. Share us around a little bit to any others that enjoyed some Destiny gameplay, as well as just some random talks and discussions. Some of it's borderline immoral, but that's okay. That's what the internet's for, right? Anyways, guys, take care, and I hope y'all have a fantastic holiday season in case I don't get back to you guys for some real life problems. Have a fantastic holiday season. Hopefully your Thanksgiving was great. I will see you guys in the next video.